Well, evening everybody. Another beautiful night, a little hazy, but no real wind. So, gonna go out for a little ride around the block, see what we can find tonight. See if America's farmers are out there working. Ride along.
Well, we took a ride over to Farmer Bob's and didn't see anybody doing anything, and Van Leeschouts weren't doing anything, and so I said, well, we'll head up to the North Shore of Nida Lake. We got Luigi's campground there last night. You saw the video on that. And then up through there on the way, we overflew Beck's Grove. This is the Beck's Grove Airport right here. And we are approaching to the east, runway 10, I believe it is. The nice part about Beck's Grove, it's got a paved runway for the little tire airplanes, and it's got the grass on the side here for the big tire airplanes, and I've landed over here before. 4,000 feet long. Learn to fly here. As you can see, there's trees all the way around it. That's why I'm not afraid of the trees, because I learned to fly with the trees. And the top 10 foot of them trees is soft anyway. I've tickled them through the years. But in any case, went from here over to Alan Tucker's and made an approach on his field, and I'm going to let the video speak for itself down here. There were 4 deer on the runway. And to give you a little slow motion right here to get a look at these deer. And for anybody that's had a car deer accident, you know that they're no fun. I wouldn't want to have a deer airplane accident by any means. But put a little music in here. We went over to the North Shore of Oneida Lake, and I'm just going to let you enjoy the ride around the lake there. We'll see you on the other side.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down at the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. Every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. Supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed you. At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know you. The been wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have groped deep and took water. All that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls Superior sings in the rooms of her ice-water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.
Enjoyed the tour of Oneida Lake. We hopped it off by the state park, and of course this is Dave Lebrec's field, chasing our shadow down the field here. Beautiful little runway he's got here, and climbed it up out and headed home. And we got partway home, and I said, "Hey, there's a freight train." And when I turned on it, I realized that there was a passenger train coming the other way. There they are, right together. And the chances of catching two trains passing each other on the tracks like that are slim and none. But we caught it tonight. I thought that was kind of neat. I thought I would leave it in there for you. But went over from there. The usual landing over the trees here, getting it down in 50, 55 or so, and just letting her sink down in. And, of course, the shadows are getting long, so we didn't get to chase our shadow on the landing. But I hope you enjoyed the tour of the couple airports over there and the deer, and the tour of the lake with the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald playing. Hope you all enjoyed it.